investigation into the Hollywood film Where the Wild Things Are. On the surface, it appears to be just another Hollywood family film, but I will show proof of how this film and the producers promote child pornography, pedophilia, bestiality, satanic witchcraft, ancient child sacrifice, and fertility rituals. First of all, we're talking about an innocent 9-year-old boy who leaves his family and his home without his parents knowing, just like the Disney film Peter Pan, where he sneaks the little girl out the window at midnight. It's always the same theme. Little innocent children alone with the beast. Blatant satanic debauchery and child pedophilia. In fact, almost all children videos and books involve some type of beast or monster. But the truth is that children are naturally frightened by monsters. In fact, children are terrified instinctively, and children have those instincts for good reasons. So why is Hollywood forcing these images and movies down our throats, promoting debauchery and bestiality, teaching and promoting the use of sex and drugs to our innocent little children? And if they're not using the beast, they'll use an old man, an innocent young boy or girl in the hands of a stranger. And they always use someone else's child. Always alone and always without the parents. And that's how the old man got it up. And that's why all holidays involve innocent children, teaching them about fertility festivals and promoting sex. They force the children to partake in these ancient fertility rituals. But children subconsciously pick up these adult themes, secretly teaching the children about their gods and goddesses. Satanic Hollywood has been promoting bestiality for years and years. Just ask yourself, what is their obsession with bestiality? Because some of the most popular films you can think of include bestiality. And they don't beat around the bush. They make sure you get the message clearly. And the Illuminati always includes the sacrifice. Hollywood has used sacrificial themes in thousands of their movies, and they always involve women and children. In 2000, at the Bohemian Grove, the Illuminati was caught on video making child sacrifices in effigy, just like the sacrifices of the Israelites. Which brings us back to the ancient order of the Celtic priests, known as Druids. They held pagan rituals in the forest, known as the Sacred Grove. They made circular temples like Stonehenge, called Temples of the Druids. This is where they made human sacrifices to their gods and nature spirits. Julius Caesar on Celtic sacrifices. He said they use figures of immense size whose limbs, woven out of twigs, they fill with living men and set on fire. The winter solstice and springtime festivals like Beltane were sacred to these ancient Druidic cults. Beltane is the eve of May 1st, when the young Druidic teens and elders would go into the forest at night and cut down the best or maximum tree for the maypole to be used in fertility rituals the next day on May Day. During the night, they would drink, sing, dance, and go crazy. Today, it is known as Night of the Witches. Wild sex, orgies, pedophilia, bestiality were all practiced. It was just like a Saturnalian, Dionysus, or Bacchus festival, which always included the children, even in their drunken orgies. The Druidic pagan Romans carried on these ancient fertility rituals that involved children, becoming some of the worst pedophiles in history, along with the Greeks. They allowed young children to join in drinking wine, taking drugs like magic mushrooms, and partake in sexual debauchery and bestiality. And they still use the magic mushroom with our children today. And after a long night, they'd have fertility rituals the next day, known as May Day. They use children to represent the sperm as they run around the maypole. The ancient Egyptians used the obelisk. It represented the fertility magic of Osiris and men, a bull god, just like the Moloch of the Israelites and the Canaanites. El, Cronus, or Saturn. El is the fertility god of the Bible and worshipped by the Illuminati. And that's why we have the fertility maypole. It represents the fertility magic of El. And as you can see, it's not a human penis, it's a bull penis. And now you know why it has the red eyes of the bull. And that's why you'll find Saturn, El, the bull god, at Wall Street. Because El is the bull god Baal, Satan, Saturn. So now you know the true meaning of the all-seeing evil eye. The fertility god of death and chaos. And that's why Washington, D.C. is a necropolis, city of the dead. And that's why Saturday is named after the god of chaos. Because Saturday is the night we all go crazy, drink, and have sex. And that's why the fertility of El connects to the woman's ovaries, connecting to the Oval Office. The same fertility sex magic that you'll find at the Vatican. And just like Jordan Maxwell said, there's nothing holy at the Vatican except the story. It's full of holes. So now you know why you find the fertility symbol throughout the world. So now you know why we call them Elites, worshippers of El. And that's why they're known as royals, the Roy of El, King El. And when you become an elder, you can give the lessons of El, which includes the hell of Bel. And that's why we learned the spell, because a spell is from El, the magic spark of El. Even if you commit a crime, you'll go to jail. But if you want to go free, all you need to do is to pay bail, because bail gives you your liberties. Clock comes from the Celtic word cloca, which means bail. And that's why they ring the bell to worship El. Haven't you always wondered why they always use owls for clocks? Because the owl is also El. Because the wise old owl is Saturn, Cronus, El. The Grim Reaper, as in your time is up. And that's why you'll find his statue in Washington, D.C. Because that's where you'll find our capital, the cap of El. And of course our capital sits in the belly of the beast of El. And that's why the Illuminati makes sacrifices to the wise old owl. And that's why the Saturnalian cult dresses in black. And that's why judges, priests, and occults, and you, when you become illuminated and indoctrinated into the Saturnalian cult. And that's why you wear the black square or cube of El, the black Kaaba with the golden ring. Because Saturn was the god of the golden era, Lord of the Rings. And that's why you wear the Saturnalian golden ring when you graduate.